month ago, I started prepping and planning for my daughter's Tangled first birthday party, and we have finally come to the week of her birthday. It is Monday. I have the rest of the week to get everything put together for her birthday party on Saturday. I am both simultaneously feeling in pretty good shape because I started weeks in advance and I have finished a lot of the projects that I wanted to get done, and also feeling a little bit behind because my goal was to have all of the decor pieces that I was making to be finished before the week of her birthday. However, I did pick up a last minute wedding dress alteration, so I spent the entire weekend working on altering a wedding dress and did not spend any time finishing crafts and projects for her birthday. I feel like I can still pull everything together because I had a lot done in advance, but I also do have a lot that I need to get done this week. So I'm really gonna have to prioritize my time this week to make sure I can get everything done that I would like to. I started off today by cleaning off my fireplace, finally taking down my Christmas decorations. I'm going to be doing kind of a spring Tangled mantle for her birthday. The idea is to put up lots of pink and purple flowers. I have some Rapunzel decor that I've collected over the years because she's my favorite princess, and then I'm also getting some pictures printed of my daughter to display on the mantle as well. So since that's something decor wise that I can get done in advance, I'm trying to get that done early in the week so that towards the end of the week I can focus on making the balloon arch and all of the treats and food for the party.
After cleaning off my mantle, I found my floral decor boxes. I knew I had some pink and purple florals from other events, so I thought I could see what I had to work with to make flower arrangements and decorations for this party. So I pulled out everything from my boxes that I thought I could use just to see what I was working with. I loved that some of these flowers I used to decorate at her baby shower with, so it just felt extra special to be able to use them again at her first birthday party this year. I used some of the flowers to decorate the mantle, and then I used some of the flowers to make flower arrangements that I could set out on the different tables and around the room as decor. I also had a collection of different vases and flower containers to work with to create my flower arrangements in for this party. I had these floral arrangements already made from previous events, and I thought they fit the theme perfectly, and so I was so excited to be able to use them in my decor again. I also wanted to incorporate these Tangled inspired lanterns that I used as decor at my wedding. For the mantle, I wanted to make it soft and whimsical with lots of Tangled inspiration, so I hung up this lamb's ear garland because I thought it would make the perfect backdrop for all of that. Then I went in and added 2 shades of purple roses that I pulled off from a different sprig, and I also had lavender tied in there as well. Rapunzel is my favorite princess, so I collect decor and other things inspired by her, so I was able to incorporate a lot of those things into this party, and I was able to add things like this Tangled tower to bring in more of the theme and the fantasy to the mantle. I then got to work putting together these flower arrangements with flowers that I had left over from her baby shower. I took pink and purple sprigs and bent the stems so that they would fit into these little cream vases that I had. I wanted them to have a wildflower look, so they aren't too organized, and I like how the stems are organic. I just wanted it to look like you went outside and gathered a bunch of wildflowers and stuck them into a vase. It felt very Rapunzel to be wild and free, and I just wanted to incorporate a lot of florals into this party to tie into that Tangled inspiration.
Hello, it is Tuesday. I now have 3 days left to prep for my daughter's birthday party. Today we went out and ran some errands this morning to get a few little things that we needed for her party. My first stop was Walgreens. I had some pictures printed of my daughter that I'm going to use as decor at her birthday. I got 2 8x10 prints that I will put on the mantle, and then I got some 4x6 just standard photo prints. I was planning to put these on the mantle as well, but I think the mantle is pretty full, so I'm probably going to hang these on a garland or in little frames somewhere else. All of the pictures I chose are like pink and purple, Tangled inspired pictures that I've taken of her over the year. These pictures are one of the main reasons why I decided to have a Tangled-themed birthday party for her, because I just thought they would be really cute to display with all the decorations. I also stopped by Hobby Lobby and just picked up a few little craft things to finish some of the projects I'm working on. The main project that I'm working on trying to finish is a banner out of felt that says Vienna Rose, and I'm doing it Tangled themed, and I thought this pink and white striped twine thread would be perfect to hang that. I was running low on one of my green colors for the embroidery I was doing, and then I picked up these little sparkly flower embellishments that I think I will do on Rapunzel's braid on that banner. Picked up these tiny paper clips. They are like perfect Rapunzel color. I was thinking I could use these to hang the photos on pink twine with some flowers on a wall somewhere. Trying to decide how I want to do that, but I have those pictures that I really want to display at her party. And then we went to Walmart. I needed some powdered sugar to start making icing and sugar cookies today. I picked up some baking cups. I'm not sure if I'll use these for this party or if I'll try and find pink and purple ones, but I bake cupcakes all the time, so that'll be useful to have. This was like $1, and the yellow color was really pretty, so I think I will add some floral embellishments to the top of this, and then it will really fit my Tangled theme, because I do not have a birthday banner. That's just something I hadn't got around to making, and I thought it would be a cute touch to the party. Then I had been looking for these a few weeks ago, and they didn't have them in stock anywhere I was looking, and I just had kind of forgotten about them. Wasn't really looking for them today, but I got the purple scalloped 50-cent plates from Walmart. I picked up a whole bunch of them because we are going to be hosting a lot of people for her birthday. I thought this would be a lot better because they're reusable. It's actually cheaper than buying a whole bunch of paper plates that I wouldn't be able to reuse. I plan on doing a Tangled theme for my birthday in March, so I love that I'll be able to reuse the plates and not have to buy new ones. I did buy the bowls as well. I'm kind of thinking of returning these because I wanted more of like a mini size bowl, because I'm serving soup at her party. There's going to be other food too, so I think for serving size this might be a little bit too big, so I'm debating bringing these ones back, but I wanted to get them because I was being indecisive at the store, and I figured I could always return them if I decide not to use them and find like a smaller plastic bowl for serving soup in. So my main to-do list items for today, I would love to get the Christmas tree taken down. I did not get to that yesterday, and I just feel like it will clash with all the decor of her party. I'm kind of making everything pastel and spring, and I'm just feel like it's time to take down the Christmas tree, even though it makes me sad. Other to-do list items I'd like to get done today are bake Tangled shaped sugar cookies and prep the icing. Even better if I can get the icing base coats onto the cookies, but if I get those on tomorrow, I think I will be in great shape for those. I will also continue working on my daughter's name garland. I am doing embroidery on it, so it's a very kind of time-consuming project. So I'm just trying to spend a couple of hours in the evening every day working on it, so hopefully I'll have it done in time for her party. I am focusing on doing her first name first, Vienna, and if I don't get her middle name done by the party, I can just finish that part to hang in her nursery when I decorate after her birthday. So my daughter is napping. I don't know how long she's gonna nap for, but let's see what we can get done.
The mantle was one of my favorite parts. I loved that I got to display these pictures of my daughter and all the other Tangled references and decor I was able to include as well. I just think it will make a really beautiful focal point for the party. So here's the party chaos that we're currently at, and I need to take down my Christmas tree and keep working on getting all of that stuff in order. It's always sad to me when I have to take down the Christmas tree, but I just really needed the space to be able to decorate and host for her party. So I will just have to look forward to putting it up again next year. I love a good cleaning time lapse. It always makes me feel like I am faster and more productive than I actually am. This is my spontaneous, unplanned craft that I picked up when I went to Walmart. Thought I could easily turn it into something Tangled inspired because I had all of these pink and purple flowers at home. I pulled out the different flowers and started playing around with the color palette and arrangement of the flowers that I like. And then I just got to hot gluing all of the flowers to the banner, and I glued 3 flowers to each banner, 2 on the sides and then 1 overlapping in the middle, and I felt like that gave it some really pretty depth. This was probably one of the easiest DIY projects I did for her birthday, and I really think it helped pull together the Tangled theme, and I appreciated that I didn't have to spend days on it. Even though I do love really time-consuming projects, I was just running out of time.
Happy Valentine's Day. I now have 2 days, 2.5 if you include the rest of today, to finish getting ready for my daughter's Tangled first birthday party on Saturday. I'm really excited with how everything's coming together. Just a little bit stressed because I would have preferred to be further ahead on my timeline prepping foods and crafts for her party, but I do think I should be able to get everything done in time, and if not, I probably have done enough. I just really gotten into this party theme and really want everything to be perfect for it. This morning I got up and I baked some sugar cookies. I have some Tangled shaped cookie cutters. I baked a batch of cookies this morning, prepped some frostings, and now I'm going to work on frosting them. My hope is to at least get all of the base coats done on the cookies today so that when they are dried and set up, either later today or tomorrow, I can go back and add all of the details onto the cookies and finish them up.
On Wednesday night, I prepped all of my cookies, so I made the dough, cut out the shapes, and had them chilling in the fridge so that the first thing I could do on Thursday was get all of my cookies in the oven and baked so I was ready to frost them. While my cookies were baking, I made my royal icing and started mixing up the different colors that I would need for this set of cookies. I love incorporating sugar cookies into each of my parties because they are so easy to theme and they are also beautiful and delicious. I have such a fun time working on them and doing all of the detail work. Choosing the colors is just such a fun creative project for me. My table always ends up looking like this when I'm doing sugar cookies or another creative project. I'm a little bit of a creative tornado, and I have to take breaks to clean up in between different steps because I run out of space. I really love mixing icings to get the perfect shade and colors, and I think these colors are so soft and beautiful and perfect for Rapunzel, and I just love the way they came out. I will be letting all of these cookies dry overnight so that I can go back in tomorrow and finish adding all of the details and designs to finish these cookies. Decorating cookies is usually a 2 to 3 day process for me because it's really important to let all of the coats of icing dry in between so you get these really beautiful details. After I'd let all of the cookies set overnight, I went back in with some gold luster dust mixed with lemon juice, and I was painting gold onto the cookies. So on the Tangled Suns, I dry brushed the gold on there, and then for the crowns, I just painted over the whole thing with a food paintbrush to give it that shiny, glossy look. To finish the Rapunzel dresses, I piped on a yellow braid and then added some gold detailing to the dresses with a paintbrush. After the gold paint had dried, I went back in with some purple to pipe on some additional gem details to the tiara cookies. I debated leaving the Tangled Sun cookies plain, but to fit in better with the rest of the set, I decided to add just a little bit more detailing. So I decided to outline the suns with a fine tip icing and then go in with a little floral detail just so it would tie better into the rest of the set and kind of better define the sun shape. And I really love how they came out. Because soup reheats really well, I decided to make Rapunzel's hazelnut soup a few days before my party. The recipe I used came from a cookbook I have called Disney's Enchanted Recipes. I started by prepping the parsnips and dicing them into small pieces. Then I peeled and diced the shallots and peeled and diced some potatoes as well. I added olive oil and shallots to my pot and heated them over medium heat until translucent, and then I added in my other chopped vegetables and allowed those to brown for 3 minutes. Next, I added in my vegetable broth and seasonings. Instead of saving my hazelnuts as garnish, I decided to add them into the soup with my other vegetables because it felt weird for me to have a hazelnut soup without hazelnuts in the soup. Friday was the day before my party, so I had a lot of stuff to get done today, but the main things I was focusing on was getting the cake and cupcakes made and frosted for the party, as well as making and constructing the balloon arch and backdrop. I decided on a strawberry flavor for the cakes, and I wanted my daughter to have a mini smash cake, so I used 4-inch cake pans and did 3 of those so I could build her a little tiered cake, and then I made cupcakes for the rest of my guests at the party. For the cupcakes, I mixed up 2 shades of icing, a pink color and a purple color. I layered both the pink and purple icing into the same icing bag with a star tip, so that when I piped it, I got these beautiful ombre roses. I'm still relatively new to cake decorating, and I've only done a few before, but it was so easy to work with this small 4-inch cake and stack and ice everything. So I really recommend, if you want to learn cake decorating, to start with small cakes. And I feel like a smash cake is the perfect opportunity to do that because your kids aren't going to care if the cake is perfect and they're going to smash it anyways. I kept the decorations on the cake simple because I was running out of both time and frosting, and I just created these pink and mauve purple ombre roses that cascaded up and down throughout the cake, and I felt like it was the perfect touch for this cake. It was around 8 or 9 o'clock when I finally finished frosting her cake, and then I started working on the balloon arch. I started filling up 2 balloons at each time and then tying them together to create a cluster. And I did that for all 4 balloon colors that I had. 2 pink colors and 2 purple colors in the balloon kit that I got. And then I did the same thing with the mini balloons. I then took 2 pairs of balloons and twisted them together to create quads. Taking 2 quads, I used one long 260 balloon to tie the quads together, so then I had clusters of 8 balloons each. My camera unfortunately didn't record when I was putting up the beginning of the balloon arch, but basically I took one of my 8 sections of balloons and tied it to the pole, and then I took another selection of balloons in a different color, tied it to the balloon section below it, and then also tied it to the pole. And I just kept adding on the balloon clusters until I had worked my way around the frame. On the day of the party, I moved the balloon arch frame where I wanted it, and I pinned the fabric into place using safety pins so it would cover the poles on either side. This was my first balloon arch, and I absolutely love how it came together. I think it made the perfect backdrop for her cake smash and was so fun to document pictures and memories throughout the day. After a month of planning, preparation, and stress, it was so magical to finally see everything come together. For this party, I put together a Tangled-inspired menu. For lunch, we had angel hair pasta and hazelnut soup with braided breadsticks. We also had Pascal's rainbow fruit salad with veggie cups. For desserts, I made strawberry cupcakes, Tangled sugar cookies, and truffles by my mother-in-law, which we decorated together to fit the party theme. I went a little over the top and decorated my whole living room inspired by Tangled. So lots of pink and purple flowers, pictures of my daughter, and other Tangled elements that I have collected over the years. It helps that she's my favorite princess, so I had a lot of Tangled elements that I could add to this party and decorate with. I had a second table set up for drinks, silverware, and plates. We served lemonade and strawberry lemonade and magic golden flower ice cubes, which we served over Sprite. Besides the balloon arch backdrop, the mantle place was my favorite thing that I decorated for this party. This was truly the most magical day for my family, and I loved watching my little girl get to experience a lot of this for the first time. The celebrations were low-key compared to the prep. We invited friends and family to celebrate and enjoyed hanging out, eating food, and watching Vienna take everything in. She didn't really like eating cake because it was for her first time experiencing it, but she loved smashing her cake and making a huge mess. She probably won't remember this party, but it's something I will never forget, and I look forward to being able to make more magical memories for her and our family over the years. Parties like this are a lot of work, but I really love doing them and think it's worth it all in the end. If you loved this video, please check out my Tangled inspired tea party that I put together for my birthday.